James Blennis, this wine is next from the producer Ogier. This is called Caminé. This is Lirac, 2017 vintage. Stay tuned and I'll tell you about this beautiful wine. So I've not tasted from this region very often. It's very rare that I get a bottle of Lirac in my first time to do a video review of a particular Lirac wine. Now, this wine is fantastic, especially when you think of price point, good quality wine for a fantastic price point, where I think a lot of people think of Rhone wines or Burgundy or Bordeaux as being super expensive, and yet you can find these really great values that are out there today. Now, let me show you the bottle up close. I love the the bottle here because it has this imprint Lirac. And I definitely save these bottles because they become water bottles in my household. And I just think it's a nice memory to have. Not all wine bottles are really beautiful to keep, but ones like this I do keep. This region has been producing wines for 2 millennia, for a very long time. And it became an appellation in 1945. And so when you look at that, you see that there's 100 vineyards, 53 producers, 53 wine producers. This particular producer of Ogier, they also produce wines from the Vacqueyras as well as from Côte d'Ivoire, and 14.5% ABV wine. So in the appellation, there are specific requirements for the grapes utilized. There's Grenache with a minimum of 40%, Syrah, Mourvèdre at a minimum of 25%, Cinsault and Carignan can be utilized at a maximum of 10%. So this is a very pedigree name in terms of Ogier. This is also a very important region, especially during the Middle Ages when the papacy moved from Rome to Avignon, which is very close to this region. Now, that became important because this is a region that the papacy, as well as the court, was pulling wines from. Now, Ogier the Dane came with Charlemagne's army in the region in the year 800, and his descendant is Antoine Ogier, who founds this particular domain in the year 1859. And they produce and pull wines from, obviously, Lirac, as well as Vacqueyras and Côte d'Ivoire. So it's a well-known name, and it's a great historical provenance. And now the vinification of this wine: destemming, crushing, cold pre-fermentation, maceration at 12 degrees centigrade during 4 days of controlled temperatures between 27 and 28 degrees centigrade during maceration, and a long vatting of 25 days of Grenache and 35 days of the other grape varieties. 2 times of racking during fermentation and pumping over, punching down the cap during maceration, and devatting upon tasting. So it's a very evocative, beautiful, gorgeous wine, nicely balanced. So very dark brooding notes here. Notes of blackberry, a bit of black cherry notes, underbrush, leather, violets, and baking spices. And next, the palate characterization. So this wine is nicely balanced, full of character, from fruit to spice to red floral, a nice backbone of acidity that's holding this all together, and elegantly so, and very nuanced, but yet just sophisticated and beautiful. So this wine is giving us a blackberry, bit of white pepper note, cardamom, bay leaf, and violet notes. Now this wine is 93 points out of 100 points. It's a really lovely wine, between $15 and $20 what I saw online for the price point. I think it's completely sophisticated, handsome, beautiful. Check this wine out. Now ask your wine merchant to bring this in if you don't see it on their shelf or online on their website. It's a really gorgeous wine to be tasting and to enjoy the variety of foods. And I think it's a really nice find. So thank you for watching. Let's stay connected. You'll find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and WordPress. My podcasts are on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Santé.